So I decided that I need to. There was a movie I watched when I was roughly 8 years old, something like that. And for the longest time, I was remembering, was this about a man fishing, trying to capture a fish for 3 days? And I'm thinking, okay, what is this? What is this? And I finally said, I know I watched this with my grandpa, so this was, I think, the last video that I watched that I can remember with him. Outside of Hamburger Hill, which I may watch sometime, but anyway. Then I realized, okay, what is it? The Old Man in the Sea. What Ernest Hemingway's choice for lead in the film version of The Old Man in the Sea was the right one. Spencer Tracy's performance brought him the sixth of his 9 Academy Award nominations. The film won the National Board of Review's 1958 Best Picture and Best Actor awards. Alone in a small skiff, an aging Cuban fisherman catches a huge marlin and must defy the sea, marauding sharks, and his own flagging strength to bring his great catch home. Filmed in part on sun-drenched Cuban locales and graced by Dmitri Tolkien's Oscar-winning score, The Old Man in the Sea is a colorful cinematic ode to the indomitability of the human spirit. Now, I don't know much about Ernest Hemingway. I know he wrote a lot of books, like For Whom the Bell Tolls. There's also a drunkard, but a man could churn and write stories like nobody's business. Absolutely incredible. Ultimately, ended up billing himself in just a truly sad way. I don't know much about Ernest Hemingway or his books, but what I do believe is that when you adapt a movie and you translate it to the screen, you have to be very, very concise with how you you have to get the author's involvement, and I believe that sometimes if it's freaking fantastic, then it's fantastic. Other times, if it's mostly well received, then that's great. I think that this one is the literal definition of adapting a novel onto the screen. There's even narration that's pretty much just detailing everything going on. Like even going down, even saying as much as like how far that he set the lures at fathoms, like 25, 100 fathoms, which is roughly 100 feet, 25 feet, whatever. I don't know. I did some fishing when I was younger. It's like I did some fishing. I think I once caught a 40-pound sheephead according to my grandpa, so maybe this is his, so maybe it was this movie. But then again, when I was 8, I remember that it was black and white. This one was in color. When you want to talk about something that will earn you an award just for best performance, it's like you look at it. It's just one man on a boat, and you think, oh, that this is going to be boring. Well, then again, this was 1958. And you gotta transport yourself back into that time because it's one man in a boat with a whole range of expressions and his determination of just being a man, just trying to catch up. At the same time, questioning what is it like doing a whole bunch of what is it the human spirit? What is that? Pretty much just never giving up and just trying to make yourself be the one who's going to make stuff happen, Like even 3 days out at sea, trying to catch this gargantuan marlin, and the rubber prop that they have for it. Yes, it is a rubber prop. It's 15 feet, 20 feet, something like that. But it gets devoured by sharks, literally blood in the water. And it just what this old man just literally goes through, just walloping them with what was that, an oar, some other parts of his boat, even the little thing, the rudder I think it's called, just to demolish them. When he returns, it's just people look at him like he actually managed to catch this. But for roughly 40 minutes, it's just him out on the sea. Okay, part of it is in a studio, and of course there's the backdrop, the green screen, what have you. But again, it's the tale, the journey that takes it with him. And in the book, there's like allegory to Christianity or whatever about, I would say, rebirth maybe, or what was it, like the fish and what was it, like the Lazarus Effect. Is that what I'm thinking of? And I don't know. I didn't read too much into the Wikipedia. Just trying to just enjoy the movie. It's very beautifully colored, and the ocean that they're at is really nice. There's also a kid that is performing in here. Turns out that he, in order to keep it kind of true to the what was that? The religion, like Cuba. He's actually like the son of a Cuban, prominent Cuban economist. So I guess that does add some authenticity. There's the whole quiet moment. There's like the kind of entertaining moments of like being at a restaurant, like a Havana, with like a outside restaurant protected, pretty much a hut and the locales, it's like that's what adds this. There's like some stuff going on, but there's also the bond that the old man has with the kid, and it's more told because of the narration that really literally takes place over the movie's 86-minute runtime. It's like that. It's like they have this kind of interesting bond. It's, I guess, just one caring for another or something like that. I don't know. It just works out all in the end. It's just the lengths that the old man goes to, just to catch this massive fish. Just getting the line, bringing that sucker in, and you just look at it and you're like, I just have seen just what he will go to. Finally, he captures it at 57 minutes. I'm just thinking, he actually caught it. He actually caught the darn thing. And I think the scene that I specifically remember, yes, my grandpa did say, yeah, he's been trying to catch it for 3 days, but I also remember this one was in black and white, and there was some guy trying to reel it in like this. And, he's like, the guy's got like his feet up on like a, what was that, like on a jutting out part of the boat. So maybe this was it, but it's just the lengths that he goes to, and also the hat kind of stands out. That's a nice hat. It's a nice hat. I like it. But I really do think this is like just like my way to just being like, hey, this is the how you felt like when you were younger, when you were fishing. Now I kind of wish I could go back and tell my 8-year-old self exactly what's going on. And, it's like you spend some time with your grandpa, watch the movies that he wants you to watch, because of all the 4 or so that I've done, Big, Spartacus, The Thief in Baghdad, this one, I'm sure there's other ones. So, I don't know, that's just my way of just paying tribute to him, saying, hey grandpa, I watched another one. So if you want more of like a quiet, contemplative, but very great, very well acted movie by this guy, and I truly do recommend that you watch The Old Man and the Sea.